Hello everyone, my name is Angela. I'm here to present the first project today and my team. As you guys may know, we're a group of career changers. So we came together 9 months ago through Holberton, more or less with no experience in writing a line of code, but with big aspirations to get our hands dirty and to build something with impact. This project today is to showcase the skills that we've built in the past 9 months, from writing our first bash script to fully designing and implementing a full web app. We're pretty amazed at what we've been able to accomplish in just 5 weeks, and we can't wait to show it to you guys today. On the front end, we have Belinda and Sourabh, who have dedicated themselves to crafting a user-friendly interface that speaks to the heart of accessibility and enjoyment. Sourabh's background is in nursing. His desire to fully harness his creative side led him to software engineering, where he is exploring the limitless possibilities in tech. We have Belinda, with her analytical skills honed from her accounting days, wanted to create an app that was accessible and enjoyable for everyone, regardless of their technical expertise. And on the back-end team, we have myself and Sophia, who have been working tirelessly to ensure the app's functionality aligns with the vision. Sophia is a former language teacher and full-time mother of 2, a passionate problem solver who was determined to apply these skills in tech. And myself, I'm also in the healthcare industry. Driven by the thrill of a new challenge, I wanted to pursue a career of lifelong learning, where I could find inspiration and acquire new skills every day. Next, I'll pass it on to Sourabh, who will introduce the inspiration behind our dating app.
Hi all, I'm excited to share how was Tulip born. So I recently moved to Melbourne from Darwin and started using the dating apps. Now you know the rest of the story, right? Soon I realized that using dating apps is like standing in a busy market where everyone's saying, "Hey, how are you?" and vanishing right before you can even reply. There were just too many faces, too many swipes, and not enough real connections. So to solve this problem, I pitched this idea to my group that we should design and make a dating app that focuses on quality over quantity. And that's how Tulip was born. Now, I know the name Tulip is great, but it has a backstory to it. When we were deciding what to name our app, at that time, I actually visited the Tulip Festival here in Melbourne. Then all of a sudden, I sent a picture to my group and then it just clicked. We were like, why not name it Tulip? Because tulip are not just great flowers, they represent joy, affection, and love. And I think all of you would agree, or at least most of you would agree, that they make great flowers for a first date, right? Now, I welcome you to Tulip, where connections blossom. Now, all of you must have a question in your head that what makes Tulip different than other dating apps? Well, at Tulip, we focus on one-to-one connections. I believe the best thing in your life deserves your full attention. Now, I will get Belinda to come and do a guided tour of our application and explain about the key features.
I'm sure you want to see our app now. We just recorded it and show you how it works, and we'll just walk you through it. The first time you visit our website, you will be greeted by our homepage, and on your mobile, it will function like a regular app. To use our features, you can either log in or sign up. We take in an email and password, and we'll do some validate user input to ensure the correct formatting. Once you're in our Tulip app, will use your registration information to suggest some potential matches. Here we are. So you can browse the recommended users and click more to have more details about this person. We want every decision to be well considered, so we encourage users to know more about others before they start the conversation. And you can check your invite, sent and received invites in the invite list. And now it's decision time. Not interested? Decline, and will disappear from your list. Otherwise, I like this guy, so just accept, and it will take you to the chat room. And it's important to know that once you're in the chatting room, once you start your chatting, you won't be able to get back to the match page to browse other users, which enables you to concentrate to getting to know the people without any distractions. Okay, I'm not interested, I want to move on. Just click the disconnect button, and then you will back to the match page and can continue browsing. If you are not logged in, you'll see these 2 buttons, log in and sign up. Once you log in, and these 2 options will change to the logout button. And a navbar will pop up for easy navigation between different pages. And we've also got the dark mode for easy nighttime use. We implement it to every page of our project. And finally, a secret page. Ta-da! For page. So you can click the button and we'll get back to the home page. And that's essentially our app. And so I will move to take over to Sophia and talk more about how we manage our project.
Hello everyone, my name is Sophia. I'd like to invite you guys to take an overview of our project management. So in the spirit of optimizing efficiency, our team has carefully chosen the following tools and has implemented them throughout our development cycle. First of all is the GitHub. It's where we have created our project repositories and streamlined our workflow. And by constant code reviews and collaborations, we ensure the quality of our work. And coming up next is Slack. It's where we have our daily communication. And we have our daily stand-up, usually in the early morning, so that everyone can share their progresses from the previous day and also share if there is any blockers that response and help would come in promptly. And next is our mirror board. And we find it's really easy and really helpful to use the mirror boards. It's very easy for us to do brainstorm sessions on mirror board. And as you can see, at early stage, we have brainstorms and created to our user personas. And we brainstorm for their needs and their served bys. And also by adopting the Moscow method, thanks to C19 for the inspiration, by the way. Moscow stands for must have, should have, could have, and won't have. We have defined our MVP, which serves as our blueprint that we can then follow down the track. Last but not least is our Trello board, which serves as our agile task manager. As you can see, we have break down our whole project into 5 sprints. And in our team collaboration meetings, we have created tasks and to-do lists and also allocate responsibilities accordingly for each sprint. And by maintaining this agile approach, it really helps us to make adjustments when needed and also help us to make sure our project stays on track. Thank you so much, and I'd like to pass on to my teammates to talk to you about the architecture side of our project. Thank you.
So firstly, we start with the user interface and user experience. Our user interface is very intuitive and engaging. We wanted to integrate seamless user interface by easy navigation of the menus. Also for the user interface, we have a smooth journey for the user from the sign up to actual matching and connecting with other people. We wanted to make it not only simple, but having a clean looking and minimalistic design, so it's easy and fun to use. Now I will pass it on to Belinda for the front end part of our app.
When we choose our stack, we want to pick one that is widely used in the industry to align with our real-world learning goal. That's why we choose MERN stack: MongoDB, Express, Node.js, React. And that's help us maintain the consistencies by using the same programming language for both front-end and back-end. And this streamlines our development process and ensures a smoother flow of data and functionality for different parts of our project. And for the front end, the page, we mainly use the progressive web app and the React.js. And we use the Socket.io for our chatting features and enabling the persistence of the connections between the clients and the services. And to communicate with the backend, we use the RESTful API. So now we'll hand over to Angela to talk more about the backend stuff.
On the backend, we've used Node and Express to build our server. Here, when we receive a request from the user on the front end, our APIs on the server will be able to perform the correct logic flow and interact with the database to grab the required data. And this delivers a responsive experience. Next, we're using JSON Web Tokens for an extra layer of security. We have a lot of user information that we have in the database and wanted to make sure that only authorized users would be able to access this information. We achieved this by implementing a authorization middleware that we applied to all of the routes to protect them. So this essentially means that without the JSON Web Token, and if you're not logged in, you won't have access to exclusive features of the app. For the database, we've chosen MongoDB for the added scalability and flexibility, the ideal solution for our continuously evolving needs. This is used to store all of our user and conversation data, and we also used AWS S3 to store our users' profile pictures. By leveraging Render to deploy both the front end and the back end, we're able to utilize CI/CD practices and ensure continuous integration and deployment workflow. So next, I'll talk about 2 strategies that helped us to keep our code maintainable and that fostered efficient collaboration. So a modular file structure and the implementation of the model view controller architecture. It was really important for us to keep our code base organized, easy to navigate, and flexible to change. As our approach to building this app was very collaborative, we wanted every team member to be able to understand and seamlessly contribute to the code base. The modular file structure ensured that each module could be developed, tested, and maintained individually, and made our code base significantly easier to navigate. Additionally, the model view controller architecture provided a clear separation of concerns, making it easier to manage the application's logic, presentation, and user input. As the functionality in our app grew over the few weeks to include the matching algorithm, the ability to send invites, as well as start and end conversations, this not only kept our codebase organized, but also enhanced its scalability and flexibility, allowing us to implement changes without affecting the entire system. So next, I'll hand it over to Sophia to introduce the star of the show, our matching algorithm.
Here's another highlight in our backend, which is the matching algorithm. Actually, to be honest, today's dating apps on market, a lot of them trading their matching algorithm as their top business secret. So today, those of you present, fasten your seatbelt because you're about to learn about ours. And make sure you take down some notes, it's a real win-win. All right, firstly, let's take a look at the left side of the screen, which is part of our user registration page. Here, the users are prompted to fill in some data, which are collected and then parsed to backend for the matching process. So initially, to echoing with our app's core concept of quality over quantity, we want to make sure our algorithm checks the availability of the users. So by asking are they available to connect, we are effectively purifying the user's dating experience from the beginning. So only those users who are not already engaged in a conversation that would be eligible for the next step. And coming up next, we have implemented a set of conditions to further filter our potential matches. And the first one we want to ask is, are they close by? Because we think about the user's proximity. Like, to be honest, no one is affordable to travel over thousands of miles to run just into a maybe, right? So the next one we want to filter on is the gender and age preferences, and aligning these 2 factors into not only the user but also their potential matches. So these factors are checked in both ways, that ensuring the biggest compatibility. And last but not least is our shared passions. Like, no one wants to spend the rest of their life criticizing your partner's useless hobbies, right? Ask me about it. So we have introducing a scoring system that based on the shared passions. The more shared passions you have, the higher you're ranked and displayed on the page. And so in Tulip, we are not about just like finding you a match. We are about finding you a meaningful match, a right match that can last long-lasting. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this ride. And over to Belinda.
We want to thanks to everyone here for attending our big day. And a special thanks to Jed and Adam. We received a lot of help from you guys throughout the past 9 months. And it's been quite a journey. And thank you for facilitating our wonderful course. Also, we'd like to thanks to other cohort students for your supporting and helping during our learning journey. Big thanks to C19 and for helping us with our C language. And also, we'd like to thanks to our mentor, Jonathan, even he couldn't make it today, and also Adrian and Daniel. We appreciate the advice that you gave us when we felt lost. And we'd also like to thanks to Emmanuel and Julie. We are grateful for your support. And lastly, I want to say our C20 is the best. Everyone has been incredibly friendly and supportive. We have a lot of chat and laughs, and we share our ideas and encourage each other. Every week is a heartwarming week. We're gonna miss you. And keep in touch.